Today is the 28th day of the month of Cheshvan. We are beginning chapter 19, discussing seasonal additions to Shemoneh Esrei. Today we'll be doing paragraphs 1 through 8. Paragraph 1. The first addition that we're going to talk about is in Shemoneh Esrei on the top of page 100. This is in the beginning of the second paragraph of Shemoneh Esrei, and the addition that we have in the winter is Mashiv Haruach Umar Hageshem, which means that God makes the wind blow and brings down the rain. So we only say that line in the wintertime. In the summertime, we skip the whole thing. There are some liturgies, the Sephardic liturgy, Nusach Sfard, is what the Hasidic community say. They have a line that they replace this with in the summer, which is Mard Hatol, who brings down the dew. So again, the Ashkenazic liturgy is just to add this line in of Mashav Ruach Mard Hageshem in the winter and say nothing in the summer. The Sephardic and the Hasidic liturgy is to say Mashav Ruach Mard Hageshem in the winter, and in the summer say Mard Hatol. We begin saying the winter line, this Mashav Ruach Mard Hageshem, who brings the rain. That's the main thing we're talking about, is the rain. We begin saying it on Shmini Atzeres, which outside Israel is the day right before Simchas Torah, so the end of Sukkot. And in Israel, they say they don't have 2 days of Shemini Atzeres and Simchas Torah. It's all bundled into one day, so they say on Simchas Torah itself, which for them is also Shemini Atzeres. We begin it by the Musaf service of Shemini Atzeres. We stop saying this winter line, this winter edition, by Musaf, the Musaf service of the first day of Pesach, of Passover. Paragraph 2. What happens if you said the wrong one, if you skipped it or you said the wrong line in the wrong season? Do you have to repeat Shemoneh Esrei? Could you go back? What do you do? So these rules are very technical, and therefore instead of going through them, I'm going to direct you, like I have previous times, to turn to the back of the article Siddur on page 1088. They have a section about the laws of davening, of prayers over back there, and over there they have a section of talking about when we say these lines of Mashav Ruach Mard Hageshem or Mard Hatol. There they give, this is in paragraph 69 through 71 in the back of the article Siddur. Then they give instructions there. If you forgot and you remembered, at what point do you remember? Can you still get it, say it? Do you have to start Shemoneh Esrei over again? And they go through all the rules over there. Paragraphs 3 and 4 also discuss when you make a mistake with Mashav Ruach Mard Hageshem. So this brings us now to paragraph 5 in the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch. There's another winter-summer change that we have. On page 104 in the article Siddur, towards the bottom, we have a paragraph which begins Barich Aleinu. This is the 9th blessing of the Shemoneh Esrei, and in there, there's a line which we switch depending on whether it's the winter or the summer. In the summer, we ask God of saying bracha al pnei ha'adama to bring blessing down on the ground, and in the winter, we say v'sein tal umatal bracha, bring dew and rain as a blessing. Something to remember is that here in America, rain in the summertime is not a big deal. But in Israel, rain in the summertime could ruin the crops. So rain is considered a blessing specifically in the winter. In the summer, it's considered kind of like a curse. Now for the summer version over here, for V'sein bracha, we begin that at the same time that we stop saying Mashav Ruach Mard Hageshem, which is the first day of Pesach. However, when do we begin saying the winter version of this? So this is different than the previous line that we talked about of Mashav Ruach Mard Hageshem. The previous line we said you begin saying that on Shemini Atzeres. Over here, for the V'sein tal umatal bracha, we don't begin it until the evening service of December 4th. In a leap year, it will not be until the evening service of December 5th. Now, what do you do if you made a mistake, if you said the wrong line in the wrong season? So, in paragraphs 6, 7, and 8, the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch discusses these mistakes. And again, I'm just going to direct you to the back of the article Siddur on page 1089, paragraph 76, through paragraphs 84, which goes through if you make a mistake, do you have to go back? How do you go back? What about if you remember in the middle? If you remember later on, what are the rules, etc.? One interesting thing to note is that this line of a saint tal umatal bracha, the winter version of this last line we talked about, I said we begin it on December 4th in the evening or December 5th in a leap year. In Israel, they begin it 2 weeks after Sukkot is over. So the question is, what do you do if you're an American visiting Israel and they're already saying it and here you don't? Or you're an Israeli visiting America and here they're not saying it yet? It's extremely complicated to figure out which one to say in those scenarios, so make sure to speak to a competent rabbi to figure that out. This concludes today's episode. Have a wonderful day and see you on the next episode.